Okay, welcome to the report on Drupal for the Helen Burns Central Library, University of Thornfield. This report was commissioned by Dr. Jane Eyre and created by Dale Sheridan, Learning and Research Special Projects Librarian at the Helen Burns Central Library. First, let me introduce the software that is the focus of this report. Drupal is a content management software, or CMS. CMS is a software used to create websites and all the pages we see on a website. For our library then, Drupal can be used to create a new website, which would benefit from updating to improve functionality and to increase efficiency. Drupal can be found here, on-screen website address. Okay, let's answer the question that Drupal poses on its website. Why Drupal? There are a few different answers to this question. Firstly, Drupal is a free open source software, or VOS. This means we can use Drupal to create our own website, customizing it to meet our needs. Secondly, while Drupal is not a proprietary software with installation and maintenance included and a significant price tag, there is a large community of Drupal developers who can offer advice and support in using Drupal. The third and most significant reason to choose Drupal is based on its architecture, which makes Drupal functional and adaptable to suit many situations, including that of academic libraries. Hubbell, Murphy and Perry, December 2011, in Information Technology and Libraries, cite these motivations for moving to Drupal CMS website. Hubbell et al. Goes on to add that having staff with a reasonable degree of IT expertise is a distinct advantage. The technical aspects of installation and maintenance could be organised as a collaboration with the University of Thornfield's IT department. From my experience at trialling the software, while professional IT support would be valuable, Drupal is approachable and learnable in a reasonable time span. When contemplating an installation of the scale needed at our library, non-IT library staff could, with training, make real contributions to maintenance and customisation of our website and the web pages therein. Let's return to Drupal and look at its makeup in a little more detail. As I mentioned, Drupal's functionality comes from its architecture. The details of this architecture are all laid out on the Drupal website. So Drupal is essentially the framework upon which the website is built. To build with Drupal means to add components, styling to the framework. In Drupal, the components are called modules, and styling, customizing the appearance, is achieved using themes. When I trialed Drupal for this report, I downloaded the most recent release of Drupal, called Drupal 8, and then I started to look at the modules and themes which could be applied to Drupal 8. In reviewing the literature alongside this trial, I discovered a number of other information services which have used Drupal and installed modules with particular relevance to libraries. Patrick Baggett, Bridges, Wise, Tanner and Mesick 2014 in Library High Tech used a bibliographic module for the University of Tennessee libraries. Chan 2014 in the same journal described a module for linking data across the website, and Soria, Franz and Nakarud 2013 in Libraries and the Academy discussed the use of a registration model for monitoring library users' activity. These are just a few examples from many modules that are available from the Drupal community of developers. One of the beauties of open source software is the community of developers that contribute to the software. Drupal has an extensive worldwide community of developers who contribute to Drupal. These developers are often users who, in the process of customizing Drupal for their own sites, create modules which, under the GNU license, become newly available modules for the Drupal community. Information on the GNU license can be found at gnu.org. Now, at this point, I will consider the ways from my trialling that Drupal could be used at our library. Initially, and as suggested previously in this report, a collaboration with the IT department may well be essential to effective installation of the Drupal website. This is in relation to proprietary software, a major drawback for Drupal. If a collaboration proved not to be viable, then some of the library staff with appropriate background would need to spend some time working through a training course, such as the course created by OS Training and Acquia, available free and online on YouTube and created for the Drupal 8 release. There are extensive libraries of videos available on YouTube for training and information on Drupal 8, and all things concerning the Drupal community that can be accessed for free. Another option would be using a Drupal shop or a third-party IT support provider. A number of these support providers can be seen on the distributions page of the Drupal site. These providers specialise in Drupal projects and have developed Drupal distributions. A list of users who have accessed such services in Australia can be found under the Case Studies tab of the support provider Previous Next. In closing, I offer Bazali's and Use's 2013 Sage advice in their article from the Library Resources and Technical Services Journal. Based on their experience in using Drupal are 3 important points to keep in mind. To invest sufficient time in developing your website, to value the contribution that staff can make and to test the build frequently. Bugs can and do arise in Drupal, but they can be overcome using the inherent flexibility of Drupal. From my perspective, Drupal could be an exciting and rewarding option for website development, involving learning and growth, but we should remember that we would be taking responsibility for our own success or failure. Thank you for listening. This has been the Drupal 8 report. Thank you.